Happy Tuesday, everybody. Our Poetry March Madness resumes today, so I've included a Google form for you to fill out with your choice, who you think should be today's winner between Shoulders and the Darkling Thrush. I'm going to spend a little bit more time reading those poems with you again today in this lesson and giving you some further things to think about. And then today's assignment beyond the Poetry March Madness is to participate in an online discussion of the road. So I've included the shared doc for your class where you can compose your response, kind of put together the best, most significant thing that you want to remember from the novel, and also you'll add a question. And then the directions are in the shared doc, but then you will respond to other people's responses as well. I'm looking forward to getting back into talking about this book after we've been away from it for a little while and wrapping that up. I'm going to give us a couple of days on this though, because I think we'll need that in order to have everybody have ample time to participate fully. So do that by Thursday. Contribute to the online discussion. And so this is one of the poems that you guys actually voted out, Try to Praise the Mutilated World. But if you'll look here on the right, these are some things that I want you to be thinking about. So I'm going to give you an example of how to work through what I'm asking you for in today's Google form. So we talked for each poem in class, well, the ones that we did in class, we did these together, about what the thematic ideas were. And you all said that you noticed the thematic ideas of gratitude and the beauty of simplicity, adversity and facing reality, among others, but those were some of the popular ones. And so I want us with this round of March Madness to also look at the specific tone, and we did talk about that a little bit each time, but this poem, Try to Praise the Mutilated World, is definitely nostalgic. It also has a sense of mourning, so it's somewhat mournful in its tone, and it also has some hopeful elements. And remember that the poems that we read are most often going to be complex, and so that's going to be the case, that you'll have several different tones that come through the speaker. And so after we've thought about what the poem is about, and after we have analyzed the tone that the speaker is using, then we want to ask, okay, what is the speaker, the author, or both sometimes trying to say about these ideas? And so I just took a couple of ideas. I took, hardships in life, adversity, and I also took this idea of gratitude, and I expressed those together in a thematic statement, which now sounds like this. Those who have suffered extreme hardship in life can benefit from expressing gratitude for the struggles they have overcome, as well as finding joy in the small details of the present and past memories. So I want you to practice with our two poems for today. What is it about in a thematic way? What tone or attitude does the speaker have toward that subject or those subjects? And then what, in an overall sense, is the poet saying about those ideas? And so here's our first contender for today. This is Shoulders by Naomi Shihab Nye. I just want to read it because I think it's important that we hear poetry aloud as much as possible. And I know that we read it a few times in class already. A man crosses the street in rain, stepping gently, looking 2 times north and south because his son is asleep on his shoulder. No car must splash him. No car drive too near to his shadow. This man carries the world's most sensitive cargo, but he's not marked. Nowhere does his jacket say, "Fragile, handle with care." His ear fills up with breathing. He hears the hum of a boy's dream deep inside him. We're not going to be able to live in this world if we're not willing to do what he's doing with one another. The road will only be wide. The rain will never stop falling. I love this one. I know many of you love this one too when we first read it. So there's one contender. Here's the next one, The Darkling Thrush by Thomas Hardy. I think we listened to a little audio of what the thrush sounds like, the little bird, when we were in class. I leant upon a coppice gate when frost was spectre gray, and winter's dregs made desolate the weakening eye of day. The tangled vine stems scored the sky like strings of broken lyres, and all mankind that haunted nigh had sought their household fires. The land's sharp features seemed to be the century's corpse outlent, his crypt the cloudy canopy, the wind his death lament. The ancient pulse of germ and birth was shrunken hard and dry, and every spirit upon earth seemed fervorless as I. At once a voice arose among the bleak twigs overhead, in a full-hearted evensong of joy illimited. An aged thrush, frail, gaunt, and small, in blast-beruffled plume, had chosen thus to fling his soul upon the growing gloom. So little cause for carolings of such ecstatic sound was written on terrestrial things, afar or nigh around, that I could think there trembled through his happy good-night air some blessed hope, whereof he knew, and I was unaware. And another really good one. I don't know how this pairing is going to go. And this one is so appropriate for the times that we're living in right now as well. So go back through, think about what these poems are about, what the tone in each one, the tones in each one are, and then in the form you'll write for your favorite, the one that you're voting for today, you'll write just one full thematic statement, putting those ideas together. Today starts my office hours, so if you're not viewing this video after 11:50 a.m., then pop in and join us. I'll just have the Zoom meeting up, and you can come in to ask questions. You can come in just to see each other's faces if you just want to catch up. And if you don't make today's, then you can join me again on Thursday. We'll have office hours then. Have a great Tuesday. I'll see you soon.